But among all the records, shoe deals, and everything else she's accomplished, no single moment stands out more than the one that happened at Carver Hawkeye Arena last February, an unforgettable night against Michigan. Rebecca Coe-Peelman is reliving that night through the eyes of those who were there to witness history. It was a swish heard round the state, the record-breaking logo 3 made by Clark right in this spot. The bucket that captured audiences across the country, now cemented in history here at Carver and in the memories of Hawkeye fans who were here to witness it.
It was the swish heard round the state, the record-breaking Logo 3 made by Clark right in this spot. That bucket that captured audiences across the country, now cemented in history here at Carver and in the memories of Hawkeye fans who were here to witness it.
Everyone was kind of like on the edge of their seats waiting for it to happen.
You could tell it was going to happen when it happened.
She was not going to miss. You knew she wasn't going to miss.
Caitlin Clark is known for her Logo 3s, but the one on February 15th, 2024 was different. That Logo 3 put her in the record books as the NCAA Division I women's basketball leading scorer.
You all knew I was going to shoot a Logo 3 for the record. Come on now.
One lifelong Hawkeye fan, Dave Gallagher, got a front row seat to the historic moment.
I am the PA announcer for Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball for the last 23 years.
He was also one of the lucky few who got to watch Clark her freshman year.
So it was cutouts of dogs and cats and a few parents. And then, me yelling in the microphone.
And Gallagher says in those early moments, he knew breaking this record was never a long shot.
He said, she could become the all-time leading scorer if she keeps these kind of numbers up.
And just a few years later, he got to announce the record-breaking bucket to a packed Carver Hawkeye Arena.
And I said, you know what? When she hits it, I'm going to give her moment and let the crowd and the noise just be. And so I kind of paused and hesitated and then came up and said, she's now the all-time leading scorer.
And then once she shot it and it went in, everyone was like, it exploded in there. I couldn't hear myself think.
It was crazy loud. I mean, we've gotten loud in there before, but I think that topped all moments we've ever heard.
Allred has been going to Hawkeye games for 15 years, even buying tickets to the Nebraska game, anticipating the record would be broken there.
We bought those tickets before the season even started, so we were hoping to just see it and to be in the crowd for that was good too, but that moment of being there and seeing it and seeing her break that record was truly unbelievable.
Sisters Izzy and Loxton have been Hawkeye fans pretty much their whole lives. They've been going to Carver for 8 years and can't believe they got to witness history.
I'm just very thankful because it was a wonderful experience. Never see that happen. And it was pretty cool that we got to be there and we got to experience it.
A moment that no doubt sticks out to Clark too.
She wanted all of the entire team to be part of that moment and the whole arena to be part of that moment.
A moment from the logo that means so much more than 3 points.
Former Iowa head coach Lisa Bluder had a front row seat for Clark's record-breaking career. Lisa knew Caitlin would be special the first time she watched her play.
Remember the first time you saw Caitlin play, and what were your thoughts?
Scott, I do remember. She was 7th grade, playing up against high school players, and I thought, wow, this kid is going to be pretty amazing. You could tell she had moxie at a young age and was out there very confident. You could tell that she was going to be special.
With that being said, it was an adjustment for Caitlin coming from high school ball to Iowa. Not so much physically, but emotionally.
Caitlin is a perfectionist, and so she would get mad at herself, she'd get mad at her teammates, she'd get mad at her coaches sometime, but that's what made her such a great competitor. I used to always tell my staff, listen, let's not put a bushel over that light, because that fire, that light, that enthusiasm is hard to coach. It's kind of a natural given skill, and so we didn't want to dampen that in any way.
Caitlin matured and became an incredible leader.
She set the bar high, and when that bar is set, everybody's got to rise to the occasion.
Clark made everybody better on the court.
She made everybody better on the court simply because she's the best passer in the world. I mean, she was. She was the best passer in America, and I could even probably say the world. Just her work ethic, her demanding of excellence from herself, really created everybody else to demand that same kind of excellence.
Caitlin was a generational player and changed the game like very few athletes have ever done.
Why did it happen now? Why was it her? And I think it's a part of it was a great time. Social media was really big. NIL was really big. So now all of a sudden she's on these commercials. But she had an exceptional talent, but she's also got an infectious smile and an incredible enthusiasm and a passion that people really like to watch.
There might not be a dry eye in the house when they see number 22 in the rafters.
You know, it's going to be emotional just to see another one of our players have their jersey retired along, with Megan Gustafson. But I think it's going to be very emotional for Caitlin. It's something that she's dreamed of. She looked up at those banners and saw the great players. She wanted to be just as great as they were.
It's hard to believe, but Caitlin's basketball career is just getting started.
Sky's the limit. I think she'll be a leader on our next Olympic team without doubt. I think she will continue to get better, and I think people go, how can she get better? She's already first team in the WNBA, but she will be.
Here is Lisa Bluder, emotional speech.
Heck, we got within 5. They're a professional team. Honest to goodness, they are. Do not hang your heads. Do not. Yes, we're sad that the seniors are leaving us. That's tough. That's the tough part about this. But we got to do this together, right? We got to have this journey together. Caitlin, thanks, man. Thanks for believing in us. And you got this whole locker room to believe. Caitlin, you got everybody to believe along with you. The impact that you had on young women in this sport doesn't get tarnished. It will always be there. You have raised this sport to a new level because of the way you play the game. Don't ever forget that.
She's getting her jersey retired.
I was once that little Iowa girl who was inspired to dream big, real big. And that dream was more than women's basketball. It was possibility that I turned into reality. I'm still that girl from Iowa, but now it's my turn to inspire. If I can drop 40, you can drop 50. If we can draw 56,000 fans, you can draw 57.